Okay. Again, yeah. So there are two mechanisms of as we mentioned, discussed before. So we have introduction and elimination. So here, the introduction of universal quantifier. If you have something here, which is you can just use it somewhere else, yeah. Then, yeah, if you have X element of S, then you can use this under the flag, and you have PX here, so that is the predicate. Then you can conclude, so that is the introduction of quantifier, universal quantifier. You can conclude that for all X, PX, yeah. And elimination of the universal quantifier, if you have for all X element of S, PX, and you have Y element of S, then you can conclude PY. Okay? Jadi, jika semua X element of S and PX, then ternyata Y is element of S, then you can conclude is PY is a valid. Yeah. So that is, this one is a variable and this one is instantiation. Yeah. Now, introduction of existent quantifier. If you have X element of S, okay, and PX is a statement there, then you can conclude there is X element of S, PX. Okay. To see this, for example, so it is, I use here X, but you can just put here Y. Yeah. For example, kuda is element of the set of animals. Okay. Ya, kuda adalah the set of animal. Dan okay, let me okay, kuda is the set of mammal. Yeah, so that's better. The set of mammal. Okay. So you name, what is the characteristic, one of the characteristic of mammal? Apa? Salah satu ciri khas mamalia apa?
Menyusui.
Menyusui, benar?
Yeah, okay, for example. Yeah. Okay. And then, so mammal menyusui. Jadi, konklusinya ada elemen dari mamalia yang menyusui. Betul? So that's makes sense. Okay, so that's easy. Now, introduction of existential. The other thing, so this is an alternative thing. You can just put this here in the black, but in the rectangular flag, not in the pointed flag. Then you try to get false. Then you can conclude here there is X element of S, PX, and that is actually the same as not for all, not P. Yeah, so we cheat a little bit about that. Now, elimination of existential quantifier. So this is a little bit tricky, but you can use this mechanism here. If you have something like that, there is X element of S, Px, and you can have, if you have for all X element of S, not Px, and because if that one, you have false. Okay, now this is the alternative mechanism to eliminate the existential quantifier. Is when you have something like this, okay, and you have for all X, P implies Q, then you can conclude Q. So that is existential elimination of existential quantifier. Okay, so let's start with example. We're just gonna do example here. Okay. Okay, so this is example. Now, try to prove this one. So you have to read this as, so we don't have, we don't have bracket. So you have to read this one implies this. Okay. Okay, so this is just a normal implication. So that one, just the same implication as last week. So we have to prove that. So we have to put this in the flag, in the rectangular flag. Yeah. And then, so we try. So this is what we try to prove. So we have to put this left side in the flag and try to get that. Okay. So that's this yellow thing we put there. Okay, so this one is here. Then we try to get this in here. Yeah. Yeah, so that is what we got. Now, so here, what next do we have to do? So this is a universal quantifier. So we have for all here. So that is, we have to do the introduction of existential, oh no, the introduction of universal quantifier. So you put this in the flag, but pointed flag. Okay, in the pointed flag. Yeah, we put the y element of S in the pointed flag. Then we try to get the non-P here. Okay. So how do we get that? Okay, so that is not P. So we have to do, put this thing Py here and try to get F. Okay, because it is not. Now remember introduction of negation. So you have to put this in the flag here and try to get Py. Yeah. Or you put Py here and try to get the F in here. Okay. So what do you have to do? How do you get F? Now, okay. Now, because you have this one, here, and this one, yeah, because you have Py, and so you can conclude that there is something like this, Py, Px. So this is for general variable, yeah. So these two combined, you have that. So that is the introduction of existential quantifier. Yeah. Jadi, so remember about the mammal that if Y is element of the set of mammal, if Y element of mammal, yeah, then Y is menyusui. Oke. Okay? Jadi ada X yang ada mammal yang menyusui, ya. Course. Okay, so that is what you get. And now you do the reasoning. So that is the introduction of existential using 2 and 3. And it is the inverse of this one. This and that. So that is just that. You get this. Okay. So not this whole thing, which is the same as that one. So this and that, you get this. Okay. So you get that. Now this one is introduction of not from 3 and 5. Okay. And this one is introduction of for all from 2 and 6. That is for all from 2 and 6. And then the whole thing is just implication from 1 and 7. Yeah. Okay, so that is the introduction of that one. Okay, before we continue, is there any question? About this one? Okay, you can think about it. Yeah. Okay, next one. Yeah, so it is already proof. If it is already done, then you usually put something like that. So that is indication that you are already done. Example 2. There is, yeah, so this one is, so you have to read this as, yeah, so first, before you're gonna prove something, you have to analyze the problem first. So look at the bracket, then you're gonna see which one imply which one and which one is conjunction with what. So here, this one implies this. Yeah. Now it is different if you have this bracket. It means there is that whole thing. Yeah. But here, there is no bracket, so it means that this one implies that one. So that is the implication. So this is just a simply an implication. Okay. So because this is just an implication, yeah, it's just an implication. So we have to do the introduction of implication. That is that one. So we have to put the left side in the flag, the rectangular flag, and then try to get this. Yeah, so we put that in the flag here. Okay. Okay, so this one here. Then try to get that here. Then that is the introduction of implication. Now, here we have okay, so there are 3 possibilities. To get this, there are 3 possibilities. The first one is by introduction of there is. Yeah. If you have something like this, then you can conclude that. But how you gonna get that? Yeah. So if you have this and that, then you can have that. Okay, so that is the introduction of existence quantifier. Okay, so Yeah, the second one is by using the alternative introduction of quantifier. That is, you try this, okay, and then you try to get the false, then that is actually the same as you get this. Okay. Then the third one is elimination of the alternative elimination of existence quantifier. Now, if you have something like this, then it is just, you can conclude that. Yeah. Okay, let's try one of them. For example, let's do the third one. And so we try to get this. So if you have this one, then you can conclude that. Okay. So to get this, you put, okay. You put this there and try to get this one here. Okay. Now this one is just implication. So you put that in the flag and try to get that one. Okay. Now, so this one is not so difficult because here you have, okay, you have this and that. Okay, you have this and this, then you can have, you can take one of these, then you have that. Okay, so here you get this from that one. And this is actually, you get this and that. And then you get this, that is the easy one. That is the introduction of implication. Then this one is just, yeah, the difficult part is this, but that is easy if you have this and that, then you can conclude this. Okay. The rest is not so difficult because that's just a normal mechanism. Okay, so this is just introduction of, pay attention, that is pointed, yeah. Introduction of for all. And from here, you can conclude that one. That is for this. That is the elimination of the alternative elimination of existential quantifier. And then this one is just the implication, introduction of implication. So that's a normal one. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. Now, any questions so far? If there's no question, then we're gonna talk about what's that? The exam.